Have you ever looked at someone in their 80s or even 90s and thought, wow, they're full of energy? How do they do it? Maybe you've wondered if it's just good genes or pure luck. But here's the truth. Living a longer, healthier life isn't about luck. It's about the choices we make every single day. And the best part, it's never too late to start. Today we're talking about 5 simple science-backed habits that can help you add not just years to your life, but life to your years. These aren't extreme diets or impossible workouts. They're practical, doable steps that fit right into your daily routine. And by the end of this video, you'll see just how easy it can be to feel stronger, sharper, and more vibrant than ever. Now let's dive into the first habit, the one that sets the foundation for everything else. Habit 1. Move naturally but consistently. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay healthy after 60. In fact, some of the longest living people in the world, think blue zones like Okinawa or Sardinia, don't exercise the way we've been taught. Instead, they move naturally throughout the day. What does that mean? It means gardening, walking to the store, stretching while watching TV, or even just standing up every 30 minutes if you've been sitting. The key is gentle, consistent movement that keeps your joints flexible, your heart strong, and your muscles engaged. Here's a simple way to start. Set a timer for every hour. When it goes off, stand up and take a 2-minute walk around the house. Or, if you love coffee, make it a habit to walk around the block after your morning cup. Small steps add up, and your body will thank you. Habit 2. Eat like your ancestors, most of the time. Now let's talk about food, because what you eat directly affects how you age. And no, this isn't about cutting out everything you love. It's about making small, smart swaps that nourish your body. Studies show that people who live the longest eat diets rich in whole foods, vegetables, beans, nuts, and whole grains. They don't count calories. They focus on real, unprocessed foods. And here's the good news. You don't have to give up flavor. In fact, many traditional foods from cultures with long lifespans are delicious. Think Mediterranean olive oil, Japanese sweet potatoes, or even a hearty bowl of lentil soup. Try this. Next time you go grocery shopping, fill half your cart with colorful fruits and vegetables. Swap white bread for whole grain, or try having fish twice a week instead of red meat. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Now, these first 2 habits, moving naturally and eating whole foods, are game changers on their own. But there's another powerful habit that's often overlooked, and it has nothing to do with your body. It's all about your mind. Let's talk about that next. Now, we've already covered 2 powerful habits, moving naturally and eating whole foods, but there's something else that plays a huge role in how well we age. And it's not something you can see in a mirror or measure on a scale. It's what's happening inside your mind. Habit 3. Protect your sleep like it's gold. Let me ask you something. Do you wake up feeling refreshed? Or do you drag yourself out of bed, wondering why you're still tired? If it's the second one, you're not alone. A lot of us assume poor sleep is just part of getting older. But here's the truth. Sleep doesn't have to get worse with age. And fixing it could be one of the simplest ways to add years to your life. Deep sleep is when your body repairs itself. Your heart gets a break, your brain clears out toxins, and your cells regenerate. Without it, your risk for memory problems, heart disease, even falls goes way up. But the good news? Small tweaks can make a big difference. Try this. Start dimming the lights an hour before bed. Avoid heavy meals or stressful conversations at night. And if you wake up at 3 a.m., don't just lie there worrying. Get up, sit in a chair with a warm drink, and read something calming until you feel sleepy again. Your body will thank you. Habit 4. Stay connected, but on your terms. Here's something fascinating. Studies show that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But on the flip side, having strong social ties can add years to your life. Now, that doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar. It's about quality, not quantity. Think about the people who leave you feeling energized, not drained. Maybe it's a weekly phone call with an old friend, a walking buddy, or even a friendly neighbor you chat with over the fence. And if your family isn't as close as you'd like, Remember, it's never too late to build new connections. Join a book club, volunteer, or even strike up conversations at the grocery store. Small interactions add up. But here's the key. Don't force relationships that don't serve you. After 60, you've earned the right to spend time with people who lift you up, not bring you down. Now we've covered 4 life-changing habits: movement, food, sleep, and connection. But there's one more that ties them all together. And honestly, it might be the most important one of all. Let's talk about it next. We've come a long way together through these habits, haven't we? From moving your body in ways that feel good, to eating foods that truly nourish you, protecting your precious sleep, and choosing connections that light you up. But there's one last habit, the secret ingredient that makes all the others work. And it's simpler than you might think. Habit 5, cultivate a purpose, bigger than yourself. Have you ever noticed how people who stay sharp and energized well into their 80s and 90s almost always have something in common? They wake up with a reason to get out of bed. Not just routines, but a real sense of purpose. Now, purpose doesn't have to mean starting a nonprofit or writing a memoir, though you certainly could. It can be as simple as tending a garden that feeds your family, teaching your grandkids how to bake your famous pie, or volunteering once a week at the local library. One study even found that seniors with a clear sense of purpose had a 30% lower risk of early death. That's huge. Here's how to find yours. Ask yourself, what's one thing I enjoy that also makes someone else's life better? Maybe it's sharing stories with younger neighbors, knitting hats for newborns, or simply being the person who always remembers birthdays. When you link what you love to helping others, that's where the magic happens. Let's take a quick walk through these 5 powerful habits. Move naturally, eat real food, protect your sleep, nurture the right relationships, and wake up each day with purpose. Notice what they all have in common? They're not about deprivation or pushing yourself to exhaustion. They're about adding more joy, more connection, and more vitality to your life, one small step at a time. I want you to try something today. Pick just one of these habits, whichever feels easiest, and take a tiny step toward it. Maybe it's swapping out one processed snack for a handful of nuts, or calling a friend you've been meaning to reconnect with. Small wins build unstoppable momentum. And remember, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. That's what truly matters. If this video inspired you, do me a favor, hit that like button so others can find it too. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these habits are you excited to try? Your wisdom might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our weekly tips for thriving after 60. Until next time, keep shining. Your best years are still ahead.